Crime 101 is a heist thriller crime movie. This one's directed by Bart Layton. He did American Animals and The Imposter. This one is about Chris Hemsworth plays James Davis. He is a man with a code. He robs people of their valuable gems and jewelry and cash using a hacker, but he makes sure that no one gets hurt. And he's very meticulous. He's very quiet and keeps to himself. This movie is trying to be like homage to Drive or Heat or The Driver, those cool car guy movies from the 70s and 60s. So he plays like this guy who robs people, and he almost gets killed in the opening chase. So he tells his fence, played by Nick Nolte, that he might quit, and then Nick Nolte sends a young kid on a motorcycle to sort of shadow him for his new job, where he's trying to get Halle Berry to give him information about a transaction that he can rob. And there's also Mark Ruffalo plays a detective who's trying to catch him, and Corey Hawkins plays the detective's partner. And then there's also Monica Barbaro. She plays a love interest and then there's just too much. There's a lot of people in this movie and a lot of stuff going on. It's a very long film. But the reason why this film rubbed me the wrong way is it feels like a male power fantasy. I mean, James Davis is like a good-looking, tall, rich man who robs people, and then he wants to ask out this woman and start a life with her. And whenever she tries to get him to open up about his past, or trying to find out what he really does for work, he just brushes her off because he's allowed to do that. Other people would be like, yeah, I'm not dating a drug dealer, I'm out. But of course, he can just lie to his girlfriend because it's okay because he does crimes, but he doesn't hurt people. So it's absolutely fine. And on the other side, you've got the kid on the motorcycle. He's played by Barry Cohen. And honestly, he's a menace. He's the best part of the movie. He's like a force of nature. He's like this just messy sort of runs into the room and just starts, bashing people's heads in with pistols and throwing them around. And he's just like a mess. And he's definitely the wild card hot shot of the movie that's more entertaining. The movie does have a couple of chases, but not much action. It's more of a mix. It's trying to be like an elevated crime movie with a lot of characters and a lot of stuff going on. And the movie, honestly, I feel like the finale is pretty boring. It's just sort of like one quick heist, and then it just everything wraps up pretty neatly, and it just feels a little off. I was waiting for that last act twist of the girlfriend having something to do with it, or Halle Berry having something to do with it, but it just ends up being rather normal, and some of the characters seem kind of wasted, like the love interest, it doesn't really affect the story that much. Same for Mark Ruffalo's partner, being played by Corey Hawkins. It doesn't really have much going on. It doesn't feel that tense whenever there's not a car on screen. And overall, yeah, the movie just feels like a male power fantasy. What if you were so cool and awesome? And don't get me wrong, Chris Hemsworth gives a really great performance. He's very paranoid and anxious. He won't look her in the eye whenever he's with her. He's always worried that someone's gonna end his life because he's in a dangerous racket. And they never really close the loop on the handler character either, Nick Nolte. He's barely in the movie too. So a lot of big cast, but some of the people in the movie don't get to do much, and it's really long. But it's it's easy to take down. It's a little bit on the long side, but it's nothing egregious. The movie's just a little bit on the generic side, and it doesn't give us anything new, like a new action sequence or something to really set itself apart from other crime movies. So I give Crime 101 a 6 out of 10.